Hello and welcome to this video that I'm going to do on my favourite tractors in FS. These are all released, so you can easily go and get these. I've done the sort of sections that they come in, so this first lot here is the small range, or what's appearing in the small range. The lot over there is the medium, and there's some over here from the large. So we'll get into it and have a look. A lot of them are probably the older sort of tractor. So we're going to start with, have a look at this, Case International 5130. So there was, this at the time was quite a good tractor, pretty reliable, and obviously its big brother, the 5150 Pro, which came out. They were very good workhorses and pretty reliable, and I do like them in FS. And then obviously we move on to the 8210. That was always a very good favourite, along with the 7810. So these are all good little tractors to have. The 856 XL not Case International but International, the older style, was always a good little tractor, fairly reliable. That is actually released, that's in a pack. Then we move on to the John Deere 3350. Even the younger ones in that range, the sort of the 3040s, which then went to the 3050s range, were all quite pretty good, fairly reliable, and I do like them in FS. There isn't a the 40 series range as such, there's only the 50s, but you can easily change some decals and bits on them, as with anything, if you know how to do a bit of modding and editing. So another classic little tractor was the John Deere 2850. They were, along with any of the 3000 range, and them were pretty good tractors to drive. Nice gear levers up on the side, so that was always a good tractor to drive on your farm. These are, as I say, all these that I'm showing you today are released. They might take a little bit of finding, but they are out there. The Massey Ferguson 398 was a good classic little tractor to have on a yard, on a cow farm, or stuck on a power harrow. And you had your gears to the side, gear levers, the old Highline. So I think some of the categories they put these in are a bit off sometimes, as some of you probably know, but that should be a medium really, I think. But the Massey Ferguson 3645 and that sort of range is always a bit of a beast of a tractor and pretty reliable. They do quite a lot of work, quite a workhorse, along with the New Holland 8340, which is also pretty good, had a lot of power. So that's sort of my favourites that are in the small range. So we'll move on now to the medium. So in the medium we have got the Case MX135. That obviously came out sort of after the 5150, or around the same time, I'm not quite sure without looking at dates. But that was an excellent tractor in its time, pretty powerful. Obviously the JCB Fast Track, which is obviously still in with a new icon thing coming out. So that was very good. Good at road work and field work. The Fendt 724. Pretty reliable tractor, full of power. And going back to something a bit more classic, the John Deere 4955. That was quite a beast and had loads of power and was fairly reliable when it wasn't chucking injectors out the engine. One of the little John Deere's new R series I do like is the 6130. I think quite a few people have got those as a little small tractor. So, and they're all pretty reliable, nice to drive. They've got the power you want for a small farm. The new Massey Ferguson 7S. I do quite like the look of this. I don't really like the 5 or the 6 S's, I must say. That's why I haven't put it over there. But I do like the 7S and the 8S in the new range of the bigger tractors. Now this Valtra is one that's released, and it's like one I used to drive, so which had the clash colour bonnet and the silver cab top. So I do got a bit of a personal like for that tractor. That was also very nice to drive. It was into quite a lot of work. So I'll now go on to the large range. So this thing was a bit of an old beast, the Cat 75C. There was obviously track machines before from Cat, but this sort of like was where it all started going, like getting into really doing tractors. So that was a bit of an old beast. That was pretty good, very powerful. The Class Xerion, of which we've got here a 3.8. This was the slightly newer one. When they first came in the UK they were like a 2500. So they were very good. Plenty of power. They're good at field work and road work. They were probably normally stuck on a mower, front and rear mowers. And the last one that I picked was the New Holland 8970 Super Steer, which was full of power. It was absolutely excellent inside, wherever it was sort of set out. Lovely on the road and great in the field. So that's the 3 that I picked there for the larger range. So that's some of the tractors that I mostly like in FS. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers!